Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us create more amazing psychology content for you. Now, let's get started. Men and women often see the world differently, and many of the things men do can sometimes seem confusing or even mysterious. However, psychology and behavioral science reveal that many of these actions are deeply rooted in how men think, feel, and respond to the world around them. One surprising fact about men is that they often express their emotions very differently from women. While women are usually more comfortable talking openly about their feelings, many men tend to process emotions internally. This does not mean they do not feel deeply. In fact, many men experience strong emotions but prefer to deal with them privately. Society has long taught men to appear strong and composed, which is why many of them hesitate to openly discuss vulnerability or sadness. As a result, a man might show love, stress, or concern through actions rather than words, such as helping solve problems, offering protection, or quietly supporting the people he cares about. Another surprising fact is that respect is extremely important to most men, sometimes even more important than love in certain situations. For many men, respect is closely tied to their sense of identity and self-worth. When a man feels respected by a partner, family member, or colleague, he often feels valued and motivated. On the other hand, feeling constantly criticized or dismissed can deeply affect his confidence and emotional well-being. This is why many men respond strongly to situations where they feel their efforts are not recognized. Even small acknowledgments of appreciation can significantly boost a man's motivation and emotional connection in relationships. Respect, encouragement, and trust often make men feel secure and understood in ways that words alone cannot fully express. A lesser-known fact about men is that they often bond through shared activities rather than long emotional conversations. While women frequently connect through deep discussions and emotional sharing, men commonly build friendships and relationships through doing things together. Whether it is playing sports, working on a project, traveling, or simply watching a game, these shared experiences create strong bonds between men. Through these activities, men communicate, support one another, and strengthen their relationships without necessarily discussing emotions directly. This form of connection may seem indirect, but it is a powerful way men build trust and loyalty with friends and loved ones. Many women are also surprised to learn that men think about their responsibilities and expectations more than they openly admit. From a young age, many men feel pressure to succeed, provide, and prove themselves in various areas of life. This pressure can come from family expectations, social norms, or personal goals. Because of this, men often carry silent worries about their career, financial stability, and ability to support their loved ones. Even when a man appears calm on the outside, he may be constantly thinking about how to improve his situation or secure a better future. Understanding this hidden pressure can help explain why many men become deeply focused on their work or goals, sometimes even appearing distant when they are actually trying to solve problems internally. Another surprising psychological fact is that men often show love through problem solving. When someone they care about shares a problem, many men immediately start looking for a solution. This is not because they want to ignore emotions, but because their instinct is to fix the situation and make things better. For example, if a partner talks about stress at work, a man might quickly suggest ways to resolve the issue rather than simply listening. While this approach can sometimes seem insensitive, it actually comes from a place of care and responsibility. Many men believe that solving problems is one of the best ways they can support and protect the people they love. Interestingly, research also shows that men value loyalty very highly in relationships and friendships. Loyalty represents trust, reliability, and emotional security. When a man feels that someone stands by him during difficult moments, he often develops a deep and lasting bond with that person. Betrayal or dishonesty, however, can strongly affect a man's sense of trust and may take a long time to rebuild. Because of this, men often place great importance on keeping promises and expecting the same level of commitment from others. Another fact many people do not realize is that men also experience loneliness, sometimes even more intensely than women. However, they may struggle more with expressing it. Cultural expectations sometimes discourage men from openly talking about feelings like sadness, loneliness, or insecurity. As a result, some men may withdraw rather than seek emotional support. This does not mean they do not need connection. In fact, meaningful relationships and understanding companions are just as important for men as they are for anyone else. When men feel safe and accepted, they are more likely to open up and share their thoughts and emotions. Men also tend to remember moments where they felt appreciated or recognized. Simple compliments about their effort, abilities, or dedication can leave a lasting impact. Because appreciation is not always openly expressed to men, these small gestures often mean a lot. A few kind words acknowledging a man's hard work or support can strengthen emotional bonds and increase mutual understanding in relationships. Many men may not ask for praise, but they often value it deeply when they receive it. Another interesting aspect of male psychology is that many men prefer clear communication. Instead of interpreting subtle hints or indirect messages, they often respond better to straightforward and honest conversations. When expectations and feelings are communicated clearly, misunderstandings become less likely. This clarity can help create stronger relationships built on trust and mutual understanding. Direct communication allows men to feel confident about what their partner or friend truly needs or expects from them. Finally, one of the most surprising facts about men is that despite stereotypes of emotional toughness, many men deeply desire emotional security and acceptance. They want to feel valued not only for what they achieve but also for who they are as individuals. When a man feels understood, respected, and supported, he is far more likely to express affection, loyalty, and commitment in return. Understanding these hidden aspects of male psychology can help bridge the gap between how men and women communicate and connect, leading to stronger and more meaningful relationships. In conclusion, understanding men is not as complicated as it sometimes seems. Many of the behaviors that appear confusing actually come from deep psychological patterns, social expectations, and emotional needs that men may not always express openly. Men often communicate through actions, value respect and loyalty, and tend to handle emotions internally rather than discussing them directly. These traits do not mean that men are emotionally distant or less caring. Instead, they simply show their feelings in different ways. Recognizing these differences can help create more empathy and understanding between men and women. When people begin to understand how men think, what motivates them, and what they truly value in relationships, communication becomes much easier and more meaningful. Respect, appreciation, trust, and clear communication can strengthen any relationship and help both partners feel valued and supported. Every individual is unique, but learning about common psychological patterns can give us deeper insight into human behavior. By understanding these surprising facts about men, we can build stronger connections, avoid unnecessary misunderstandings, and create healthier, more balanced relationships. When both sides try to understand each other's perspectives, relationships become not only stronger but also more fulfilling and supportive for everyone involved. If you want to build a stronger and healthier relationship with men, the first important step is understanding that men and women often communicate and express emotions differently. Instead of expecting men to react in the same emotional way that women do, it can be helpful to recognize their unique communication style. Many men show their care through actions rather than long emotional conversations. Paying attention to these actions, such as helping, protecting, supporting, or trying to solve problems, can help you better understand their feelings and intentions. Another helpful piece of advice is to show appreciation and respect. For many men, feeling respected and valued is extremely important for their confidence and emotional connection in a relationship. Simple words like, "I appreciate what you did," or acknowledging their efforts can make a big difference. When a man feels respected, he is more likely to become emotionally open, supportive, and committed. Respect creates a strong foundation of trust that helps relationships grow over time.